At this stage in FM22, we're really trying to focus in on those Wonderkids you might not have heard of, the hidden gems that you've probably never signed in your save, so that you can try and freshen up your save. And I think we found an absolute gem today, a central midfielder who's fairly cheap and can play pretty much any role you ask of him in the middle of a park. He is an absolute dream, but he's not a dream, he's reality. So let's run the intro and get right into it. Welcome to the video everyone, I'm Jake for FMSCOUT and today we'll be showcasing a brilliant Wonderkid, as I mentioned, a central midfielder who can play a variety of roles and chances are you've never signed the guy before. So let's not waste any time, shall we? Let's get right into it. We are going to the French divisions, to Lille, click on all players, go to their squad or however you want to do it. Basically, if you've got the French leagues loaded, you will find this man in their team, Amadou Onana, a Belgian central midfielder recently signed by Lille from Hamburg. He's a player who at 19 is a bit further along in his development than some, but is still an awesome option. 6'4", good with both feet, physically dominant, decent mentally as well, and some good technicals that both lean into the attacking side of his game with his passing, his vision and his technique, but also add into that some decent positioning, marking, great tackling as well, and he can certainly do the physical, dirty side of the job in central midfield as well. With a potential range of 140 to 170, as always, we're giving you players here who even in the worst case scenario will make you a profit or be decent for you at maximum development, and in the best case you are going to get an absolute superstar, and Amadou Onana is certainly someone who fits that bill because right now in this simulation he has been set to 170 potential range and his price point is still only about £6 million, which is certainly a good deal for the Belgian. And whilst I'm not saying that Lille are a completely unknown side or anything like that, I haven't heard many people say that, oh, always sign Amadou Onana in your save. I've heard no one mention this guy, and that's why I wanted to show him to you guys today, because he could become an absolute superstar, available to play in central midfield, defensive midfield and centre back. We're now going to use the editor to bring him over to our PSG side and show you how we're going to get the best out of this awesome player. Here he is, he's in our side in the blue colours of Paris Saint-Germain, and if we go to his training, we're purely focusing in on double intensity and my choice of positional role, which is Mezzala. You guys might want to use him in the defensive roles, but for me, with a decent passing range, the ability to get forward dribble with good first touch, even if his finishing is quite low, I just think his all-round attributes suit a box-to-box or Mezzala role in the tactics that I like to play, so we're sticking him in that Mezzala on attack role in this tactic that you can see here. It's a 4-3-3 gegenpress preset that the game provides. I've just adjusted the roles to look how I want them to look. He's not on set pieces, he's not on penalties, we're not going to boost his numbers up in any stupid way. We just want to see how Onana can get on in this side. So it's time to simulate into the future to see how he gets on, but before we do, I want to give a shout out to the video sponsors, Spitch. Spitch is a fantasy football game available for people in the UK, Ireland, Germany and Austria over the age of 18. Unlike normal fantasy football that takes place over the course of a season and can sometimes get a bit out of hand and hard to follow, Spitch actually focuses on individual weekly tournaments that you can enter to win real prizes. There's both free competitions and paid for competitions, all with their own unique prizes and rewards to be won. All you need to do to get involved is check out the link in the description. Once you click through that, you're on Spitch, you can register to join the platform. You might have to show your ID if you're in the UK to verify your identity, and from there you can get going. You can select your sides, use your fantasy football knowledge to potentially win rewards and show everyone that you are the best fantasy football manager out there. If that's something that you'd be interested in, really would appreciate it if you could check it out in the description. But with that being said, let's get back to the video and check out how Amadou Onana does after his first few seasons at PSG. Okay, we're here, it's 2024, the new season is about to be underway for PSG. I think we're about 3 seasons into the future here, and already Amadou Onana is solidifying himself as one of the best players in this side. Currently, in terms of star rating at least, which isn't always something to go by, only Neymar, Hakimi and Mbappe are classed as better players at the club, and let's see why. What a star. His physicals are absolutely amazing, strong with great jumping reach, acceleration, strength, 6'4", good with both feet. This guy just reminds me of a prime Yaya Toure with those physical attributes. Honestly, if that doesn't get you excited about this player, I don't know what will. Mentally, he is now very well rounded. We gave him some mentoring, and of course, as he's matured in his age, as he's got to 22 years of age now, he is a much better player in the mentals. He's ironed out any weaknesses and developed some of his strengths, like vision, like positioning, and that's gone hand in hand with his technicals too, where even though his finishing still hasn't really got much better, he has got some very nice technicals, tackling, technique, passing, marking, long shots, heading, first touch and dribbling, all at a good level, and he's still got time to get better. I don't know how you can see these physicals and not want to sign this guy, an absolute animal in the middle of a park, but how has he done on the pitch? Well, the answer is very well. Right from the off, he has been amazing for this side, even at the age of 19. Now, obviously, take into account the fact that we are PSG. They're obviously a dominant side in Ligue 1 and are going to get a lot of goals, a lot of points, but even still, this is very impressive. He's hit 20 goal contributions in the league pretty much every season, and in that first season he did even better with 11 goals and 15 assists, but in terms of average match rating, he's just getting better and better at the club. I mean, this season he only played 29 games and still nearly managed 20 goal contributions, and you can already see here the money that you can pay for him at the start of your save. Even if it does go to £10 million, it might still be worth it if you're going to give him game time and develop him into the kind of player that we're seeing here, because he is an absolute star. But it's going to get better, guys. So let's forward into the prime of his career. He'll have spent a fair few more years at PSG, and we can see how he's getting on. Okay, here we are, 2030. We're ready to check out a full growth Amadou Onana. Before we do all of that though, I just want to ask you guys, if you do enjoy the video, if you are enjoying it, don't forget to hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate it. Takes 2 seconds for you guys to do, and it would mean a lot. And subscribe as well as we push 140,000 subscribers. And also, whilst you're at it, and whilst we take a look at this awesome player, if you do like Football Manager content and you want to check out some rebuilds and a long-term save we've got going on, you can find my channel linked in the description. You'd be an absolute legend if you did check it out. I really think you would enjoy the content, and if we can get to 10,000 subscribers on there soon, that'll be awesome. It's my aim before FM23, so any support towards that would be great. But back to the video, and Amadou Onana has become an absolute star. 28 years of age on £215,000 a week, valued at around 130 million. His physicals have only got even better as time has gone on. His mentals are the same, still developing, and he is just super well balanced in all areas. Now his technicals have kicked on even more. A great passer who can also do a defensive shift with great dribbling, great first touch. His finishing's never really gone up to the level that I would have wanted it to, so he hasn't scored as many goals as he might have liked. But in terms of player development, this is very special from Amadou. I mean, you could use him in defensive midfield now as a deep line playmaker, and you can see he'd be perfect for that. And even if we made him a ball-playing defender, he's 6'4" with amazing physicals, great mentals, and he can do everything that you'd want a centre-back to do. You could argue he'd be a very, very good defender if you made him one, but what a star he's been in midfield for us. He gets pretty much the same average match rate in every season, consistently doing well for our side. But actually, I have a simulation at the end of his career, so I'll quickly hop over to that to give you some more info. And there you go, it seems like he's aged like a fine wine, because in those last 5 seasons, they've been some of his best. I mean, goal contributions near enough reaching 30 in a season, average match ratings exceeding 7.6 in the latest season, and this is a man that is 34 years of age, 96 appearances for Belgium, 5 goals. They're clearly playing him in a deeper role than what we are. He is now joining Atletico Madrid. He's going to keep going. His time here at PSG has finished. I just want to quickly check out this guy, Babacar Gomis, obviously a new gen, but wow, what a player this is. Passing, technique at 19, 18 vision, 19 free kicks. What a player. I don't know if I've ever seen a better central midfielder than this, to be honest. He's 5-star in pretty much every role, man. This is good to note though. We are looking at the World Team of the Year here. In the most recent season, Amadou Onana was considered one of the world's best central midfielders. In the previous season, he's there too, and there again. And that is the end of today's video as we check out a brilliant central midfielder. Let me know what you think of him in the comments down below. I'm giving him a 9.5 out of 10. Price point is great. He's in every save. He already starts off as a good player, so you're not worried about he might never fulfill his potential. And he has got some awesome attributes when he begins to grow. So let me know what you think of him in the comments down below. But most of all, have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.